What if you scribbled an idea on a napkin and it became a limitless scale tech company poised for exit? What if you had a vision of eliminating an inefficiency in your community, industry, or the world, and you had a chance to co-found a company and bring this product or service to the market? What if we could positively impact every social issue with tech? 10x Tech Tank is the #1 daily show for everything tech entrepreneurship. And whether you are technical or not, you will learn, be inspired, and witness transformation in the making. People will share tech ideas on napkins. People will showcase minimum viable tech products. People will explain their cash-flowing tech companies looking for acceleration. And if the person is right, and their idea is right, and the market is right, and the business model is right, then there's a great chance you will witness some serious magic. We are on a mission to build, scale, and sell 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. And we invite you to make history with us. Together, we achieve more. What if you knew about Instagram or Slack or Clubhouse when the company was raising a friends and family round at $10,000 per person? What if you were able to see all the tech companies that Grant Cardone and Jared Yellin have co-founded in one place and invest in any that excite you? What if you were able to expand your portfolio into early stage tech companies with extraordinary founders and teams? 10x Tech Angels is the most unique investment club that you will ever find, because not only will you see some of the most innovative tech companies at the lowest valuations ever, but you will also be educated on how to pick tech winners, meet other members of our community, and experience the excitement associated with taking an early idea to exit. Become one of the founding members of 10x Tech Angels for an exclusive offer with some extraordinary bonuses. To learn more, visit 10xtechangels.com.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Jared, happy to be here. My name's Chris Maynard. I'm from Spokane, Washington.
Awesome, Chris. Thank you so much for being with us. You have 5 minutes. Please share your big tech idea.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm coming in talking about diabetes. Do you mind if I share my screen real quick?
Please do. Yes, please do.
I'm going to start out with a quick video just to highlight kind of a product that we've started and where we're going.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing it, Chris.
Research has shown that diabetes affects up to 30 million Americans and is expected to reach 1 in every 3 by the year 2050. Nearly 300,000 adults visit the emergency room annually for hypoglycemic episodes. However, there are up to 6 million patients on insulin, of which each is at risk of hypoglycemia. Today, the American Diabetes Association recommends every diabetic patient to carry at least 15 grams of glucose. This is why we are here to present to you this one-of-a-kind necklace, the Glucose Revival Necklace. Glucose Revival Necklace contains up to 25 grams of fast-acting glucose, guaranteed to help diabetic patients avoid emergency room visits. When one experiences low blood sugar, the necklace is taken off and the gel is squeezed out onto a finger and rubbed in between the gums and cheek. You can administer it to yourself or have a friend or family member help you. If a person is sleeping and can't wake up because of their blood sugar, a spouse can take off the necklace and apply gel the same way. It is designed to be worn at all times. With Glucose Revival Necklace, you can now enjoy activities like running, hiking, baseball, or any sports you want, without the worry of how to take care of your next hypoglycemia. Glucose Revival Necklace. It's a medical alert necklace with a solution to help.
Okay, I ran that real quick so that we have an idea of what we started. And now we're taking it to the technology side. I lost my job as a firefighter because of a low blood sugar. Found out my son's going to be a diabetic. It's the fastest growing disease in the US, and we're taking care of and alleviating the most common emergency that diabetics face. What we're going to be doing is adding the technology to it by having a Bluetooth system on it and having a light system, an alert system, because even this last week, I woke up convulsing to my wife. Now, with 40 million Americans or 500 million people across the world living with this disease, it's just not looked at as a disease that is hard to live with, but the diabetics living with it live with it constantly with the biggest fear of hypoglycemia. And I say that because diabetics don't want to live an active life because there's 42 reasons that can cause a low blood sugar. This low blood sugar can happen at any time, and the diabetic doesn't know when it's going to happen. So in the middle of the night when one's sleeping, they don't know, there's nothing to take care of it. So I'm gonna, did you say you saw the other video?
What did you say? You saw the video.
You saw the other video of where it's
How'd
going?
you get to this point? How'd you get to this point? So did you go out and raise?
Yeah, no. No, everything's been self-funded. Now, what I did is I created the business in 2017, and we officially went onto the market in 2019. In 2019, what I decided was I wanted to test the product in diabetics' hands so that I can get some honest feedback. I tested it on 1,000 people before we came to market, but I got very little information back. When I started selling it in 2019, that's when I started getting honest feedback, and I wanted to bring it up to the beginning of this year and then take it off the market, and that's what we've done. To get to the point of now we get to add the technology side to it. And so we have an alert system now that with our necklace, we'll have a Bluetooth, a speaker system, and here's what we're selling right now.
How much money have you invested into this?
I'm just over $200,000 into it.
And what does your team look like?
I got 3 people that's working for me.
What are their skills?
Mostly marketing, online design, but on the side I have an engineer, I have FDA lawyers, I have the patent pending. We're able to create our own recipe because through the process, we've been able to learn that most of the products that are online or that are selling, there's one approved drug for this. If I go out and buy the drug, it costs me $250, and out of pocket for our product is less than $20. And EMTs are using what's inside our product because most of them, 75% of EMTs across our nation are not trained to give that injection. And so we're taking what EMTs.
What is your need? Are you looking to expand your team, promotion, investment, all of the above? Can you speak into that?
Yeah, we need the investment side. We need teams that have done this before. My background has no business. It's been strictly, I got kicked out of the military when I was diagnosed with diabetes. And then when I lost my job. So when I got back into firefighting, then that's been my life. And so learning business has been a learning curve, but it's something that I've learned to love.
Eric, what do you got?
So what is the tech that you're building for the next step?
Really the alert system. The alert system on,
oh, I see,
on the necklace will be there. Now, if it's in the middle of the night where I do not acknowledge that the alarm is going, it's going to be now connected to my cell phone to where it's going to automatically call 911. We found a team that will help build it. It's just we don't have the funding to be able to get there, to be able to build this, to be able to help the 500 million.
Is there any compliance issues with that? Like if people are relying on this to wake them up if they have an issue in the night, is there kind of like a liability that you carry?
No, none at all.
Okay,
none at all.
Great. And is it sensing? Is it like sensing their body to, pick those things up?
Yeah. Well, a lot of diabetics wear what's called a CGM. It can, like right now, I have a device in my body that keeps track and tells me what my blood sugar is. And so that relays to my cell phone. My cell phone picks up and I can pick up my phone and see what my blood sugar is 24 hours a day. Now I'm just trying to add the device to put an alarm system within our necklace and then an acknowledgement to where if I don't acknowledge it within that 5 minutes, it's going to call 911. So it is the most common emergency that diabetics face. So as a firefighter EMT, when we respond to a diabetic patient that's having low blood sugar, 100% of the time, they've never had the drug because it is too expensive and it's something that expires within 2 years. So we've taken what EMTs use and put it in this. We have the only wearable product that contains a solution for low blood sugar. And we're patent pending with a proprietary recipe. So now we're just adding that tech side to make that one step better so that not another life is lost in this process.
What kind of investment do you think you need at this point?
To get the technology going will cost, for the team to build it out, will be just under $1 million.
Oh, wow.
And are you clear on what needs to get built?
I'm sorry?
Are you clear on what needs to get built? Like, are you crystal clear? If the money came in tomorrow, you would know how to spend it?
Oh, 100%.
Cool. Let's see what our audience thinks. What do you think about this wonderful presentation? Great video, tons of expertise here. That's a very specific and clear need of very, very large market and obviously relevant because this man lives with it and wants to create a solution for others as well. Eric, what are your thoughts on next steps?
So for next steps, what I think this is a phenomenal solution. One thing I don't think we even got into is it's like, one, it's a phenomenal solution, but then two, when people use the sugar packets, they're going to have to rebuy those sugar packets too. So from like a business revenue perspective, it's really great as well. And the addressable market is huge. They need a solution. Nobody's doing something like this before. You're 10 times cheaper. I think even you were saying 20 times cheaper than the alternative. I'm just not sure if we're the right partner for you. I think that this is a phenomenal product, but we usually deal with software products. I So we would, if we were to go into due diligence, we would have to really make sure that we're the right partner for you. I'd be open to going into due diligence, but that's what I'd be watching out for.
Yeah, like I want to say yes to you because I want to help solve this problem. And there's some tech need, which I understand. It's more of like a go-to-market play, and there's obviously the physical product, which you've already done. So like I'm tempted to say yes to due diligence, but like Eric said, like our specialty, like what we're best in the world at, are building limitless scale software products, whether it's social platforms or SaaS platforms or marketplaces. And this doesn't really fall into that realm. And there is an investment to do due diligence. I'm open to going into it, but I'm not sure we're right for you. So I really want you to really think through whether or not you think that what we just said is what you're looking for. When it comes to go-to-market and promotion, obviously there's no one better, especially when there's an addressable audience like this. So I'm a yes if you're a yes to due diligence, because I think it's really interesting to solve this problem. But I don't know if we're the right partner for you. I just want to be very upfront with you and for everybody watching. This is what the show looks like. Radical transparency with entrepreneurs from around the world. You did an excellent job with your presentation. Thank you so much for being here. After commercial break, we'll have another entrepreneur in the tank.
The insurance adjuster industry has not received much love in the space of innovation, ever. Professionals in this industry are faced with extremely arduous processes that make scaling difficult and quality of life poor. Claim Guru assists public adjusting businesses by providing powerful tools for managing every step of the claim process, from origination to settlement and beyond. In addition, Claim Guru will help professionals stay on top of their adjusting caseload, proactively guiding them through the process, which makes the customer experience significantly enhanced. Our client-centric approach helps to increase your company's capacity, providing you with the tools you need to grow and succeed. From lead management, contract execution, scheduling, claims filing, claims management, loss scoping, loss documentation, document creation and distribution, file transferring, claim activity documentation, task reminders and organization, form filling and filing, payment intake and distribution. The process is currently way too complex and time-consuming to allow for maximum profits. Until now, we invite you to take your public adjusting business to the next level by hiring a guru, the one and only Claim Guru.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Samuel Edwards, and I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in from Texas. You got 5 minutes, Sam. Please share your big tech idea.
All right. Do you mind if I share my screen quick?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
All right. So my idea is JOMO. It's a preventative approach to mental health platform for men. And the problem that we're solving, mental health is such a vital component of overall wellness, but for men, it's often overlooked. Mental health affects physical and social well-being. And some of the big things that happen because of mental health is suicide. Men experience higher rates suicide than women. Depression, when left untreated, can cause rape crisis and also additional suicide contemplation. So trauma, about 6 of every 10 men experience at least one trauma in their lives. It could be physical assault, combat, disaster, or witness to death or injury, PTSD, and also a lack of emotional intelligence. And financial worries are having an adverse impact on mental health. New research revealed. New stats have found that millions of men had panic attacks as a direct result of money worries. Men want to be leaders. They want to be heroes. They want to show up in the boardroom, on the sales floor, sales calls, or the challenges that affect mental states trickle down. Now they impact their spouses, partners, children, friends, and even at work. Oh, my name is Samuel Edwards. I'm a former police officer, and I've witnessed firsthand on many occasions men who struggle with mental issues. Mental state, when you're involved in a shooting as a police officer, it affects your mental state. And also just the working environment take a toll on your mental health. I also have the privilege of working for a large oil and gas company as a data analyst. And I've gone into the field, and the isolation that those men work on a day-to-day basis, it really affects their mental health. I also interview dozens of men everywhere I go. I talk to salesmen, police officers, entrepreneurs, husbands, dads, and all of them express that mental health is an important issue. So what's the solution? So what we want to do, we want to close that gap. We want to create a mental health digital platform that provides men with a place to access care options and services such as preventative care, mental health coaching, and therapy. So if you look at this chart, this graph right here, you have green, orange, and red. Throughout the day, we sway between these three. We sometimes thrive through the day. We have mild stress, and we also disengage from our family. Sometimes people have suicidal thoughts or they struggle. So what we want to create is a daily check-in via pop-up in our app. So what that will do is it will check your mood. It will ask you questions based on the question you answer. Then it will triage you into appropriate care. You can have behavioral health coaching in the app that users can chat with coaches at any time, schedule a video chat with licensed therapists, self-care library of exercises that clients can listen to at the push of a button, how to deal, for example, how to deal with loved one, the loss of a loved one, how to be emotional ready for an interview, or relationship issues impact mental health. Also, we can create a forum to create connection for men that are addressing the state of mental health. So what we want is a easy login verification, a personal dashboard, and then access to care or exercises. Business model quick, direct to consumer. Users pay monthly or annual membership. Why? Because this can create a fast path to revenue and the ability to gain product feedback quickly and iterate. Finding in-network therapists is very challenging. This means that mental health providers that are covered by insurance.
We have some questions for you. You did a great job with the presentation. We definitely get it. There's definitely a need for sure. You can stop sharing your screen. Let us ask you some questions here. So how do you feel like with a platform like this, the only way to really solve the problem that exists is if men use this regularly. And one of the most significant challenges with any app is creating stickiness, like for the overall valuation, for your business model, people using this all the time and paying for it all the time. How do we do that? Because that's like a challenge that everyone faces. Like major social platforms face stickiness. Like how do we create stickiness on this platform?
Yeah, so I do believe that sometimes we as men or users, they don't know what they want until they see it in front of them sometimes, just to identify the problem. So we can use, like, for example, I've seen other apps, they use influencers, and that influencers have certain impact. So once that influencer explain that, hey, I'm going through this problem and this is the solution that I've used, then people understand like, oh, if this person is on this pedestal and is vulnerable, then
what's in it? Because everybody wants influencers. So what's in it for the influencer? Why would an influencer want to help you?
Yes, I mean, it depends. It could be a partnership with our platform and the influencer as well. It could be a platform, or we could go to men's group. We could partner with the military, with the police officer, with fire services, because those people have the highest stress level on a day-to-day basis.
And how do we get to market?
That was my, how are you going to bring all of these men together to use this platform?
So once we take a strategic approach, we start with the low-hanging fruit. We don't have to go get everybody at once. But once we start with the low-hanging fruit and people get results from using the platform because it's something needed, men are committing suicide on a day-to-day basis. Men are being stressed. You guys are entrepreneurs. You guys know the stressors of life, the headache, the things that needed to move the needle on a day-to-day basis. So think about it. You wake up in the morning, you exercise, you have breakfast, but do we check our mental state? Most of the time, men, we don't do that. But what if we have this option that we can say, hey, we check our mental state, you go in a sales call, you check your mental state is good, then yes, we can conquer that sales call. So once we do that, then we can achieve some great stuff.
So how do you get that message out there though, right? So it's interesting, you have a really interesting solution. So in the market, there's these two extremes. There's the red ocean, which means there's an overabundance of options, and it's very expensive to enter the red ocean, because in the red ocean, you're just competing against everybody else. So you have to outspend to get attention. And usually it's kind of like a race to the bottom. Like most red oceans really are bloody. The other extreme is the blue ocean. And the blue ocean means that there's really no competition in sight. And in theory, that's great, but it's actually more expensive to enter the blue ocean than the red ocean, because you first have to educate the end user on a problem that they don't even know that they have, which costs money. And then you have to educate them on your solution to the problem that they didn't even know that they had until you told them that they had it. So it's like double education, which is also expensive. What we ultimately look for is the pink ocean, because the pink ocean means there's an end user looking for a solution. And either they're not finding anything, so they're compromising, or they're finding something and they're just like, they're fitting themselves into it, but it's not optimal. So I have a concern, which is this a blue ocean? Are men in denial to such a degree that they don't even want to go there? Like they're not even going there. So first we have to educate them on a new way of starting their day when they're not accustomed to doing it now. And then we have to educate them on this being the solution. Speak into why this is not a blue ocean, because blue oceans, usually the first mover, they fail and they pave the way for everybody else that can leverage their failure. So why is this not a blue ocean and rather a pink ocean?
Right. Well, I mean, the mental health space right now, people are understanding the importance of mental health. People are waking up to the idea of why mental health is important. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that once people, this right here is a triage to helping to have, it's like for example, there's some apps that have meditation, some have therapy. What we want to bridge the gap to have this one platform that men can have the triage to say, hey, to get the specific mental health that they need on a day-to-day basis.
Let's see what our audience thinks. So for all you men out there that are watching, will you use this platform? And for all the ladies, would you encourage your man to use this platform? Is this a platform that has a place in your life? Will it have it be something that you use pretty much every single day? Would you pay for it? Would you talk about it? Let us know. Should we move forward with due diligence? Eric, what are your thoughts?
So for my thoughts, I think that you're definitely hitting on a problem that needs to be solved. There's not enough support for men. There's higher rates of suicide in men. There's higher rates of homelessness in men. Those different things. But I'm just not seeing what the tech could do differently than a Facebook group would be able to pull off, right? And so why do you need to go so far over the top when really you just want to bring all of these people together, and then there's multiple offers that can be done through there. So I think you're definitely onto something. I'm not sure if the tech needs to be as big as you think it needs to be. I think you could just get started right now and start selling immediately. And so for that reason, I'm a no for due diligence, but I'd encourage you to take a shot at doing this because it's solving a problem that needs a solution.
Yeah, I love where your head and heart is at, Sam. I know how much you want this. And you identified a problem. It's a very real problem. It's a growing problem. It's also a problem that's unfortunately hidden because men don't know where to go to have that safe community, that safe space. So there is a big problem. That goes without saying. I just don't believe that what you shared today is the solution to that problem. And I believe there's some challenges that we would uncover. There's a lot of characters you're going to need on this platform. You were talking about having coaches and things like that. And that's another character that we have to attract other than just attracting a man in the first place. So there's a lot of complexity in the go-to-market space with this. although I know there's a problem. And I do believe if the solution was a little bit more distinct than what you shared, there could be a very viable business here as well. So what I encourage you to do, if this really is something that you feel called to do, and it sounds like it is to go back to the drawing board and start to do surveying and start doing what Eric just shared. Literally just do it. Like either use a Facebook group or sign up for a platform like Circle, and which allows you to build your own social platform like for $49, and just literally start doing it. Start inviting men to join your social platform, the experience that you're creating. And when you start seeing traction pick up, then survey and find out, what do you wish you can do that you currently can't do in this platform? And that might just be your $1 billion idea, because within every $1 million company, there's a $1 billion idea. Just most people don't see it. And this might be your chance to find it once you actually start doing this. Thanks for coming to the tank. We appreciate it. All right. After commercial break, we'll have another entrepreneur in the tank.
What if there was a simple business toolkit that got you paid by your clients, customers, and patients? What if you can set up your account in seconds and begin benefiting from all of the features in minutes? What if this entire platform is free? Business Toolkit is revolutionizing the way small businesses and sole proprietors are running their businesses by enabling you to manage your sales process from one platform from start to finish. Imagine canceling your expensive scheduling software, or discontinuing your clunky invoicing software, or eliminating your pricey task management software, and instead using one platform, your Business Toolkit, to drive your business forward. And don't forget, Business Toolkit is free. Sign up ASAP and begin saving money while you make way more money than ever before.
All right, we are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Sandeepan, and how are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Am I audible?
Excellent. Where are you calling from, son?
I'm from India. I'm calling from India.
Wonderful. You have 5 minutes to share. We're excited to hear it. Dig right in.
Sure. So my general idea was regarding power related. So it's like in India, we frequently lose power. We don't get 24 hours in electricity throughout the day. Okay. So my general idea was to if we could put up a solar panel on our rooftops, that like you can say in our rooftops, and we get a 24 hours. We generate our own electricity, right? And if we generate our own electricity, we give that power to the grid. So grid also give us some revenue. So I was trying to think with that idea itself. So to get it out, that's what my general idea is.
What's your background? Do you have a background in this? Do you have a background in anything to do with this, or is it more of like an idea?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any idea about it in this field actually. So I generally have this idea because in this COVID time.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're the right partner for you here. This is just out of scope of the kind of stuff that we build. And if you did have a background in it, maybe it would be something that we could potentially support with. But what we focus on is predominantly software, whether it's software as a service, whether it's business technology, whether it's marketplaces, social media platforms, NFT, blockchain. This is just out of the scope of what we can do. So unfortunately, we can't support you, but I appreciate you in the tank, and you're welcome to come back with ideas in the future, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks so much.
This is the great secret of my life. The thing that has made me is one word. Dude, this thing is so big. It's about the 10X movement.
The 10X movement had really improved my life dramatically.
Now I'm a millionaire because of it.
Our business was at $2 million. This year we're on projection to do $25 million.
Our revenue went up 29%.
We've already got our tickets for next year as well.
Before we even started, I could go home right now and I got my money's worth.
That's why I come to GrowthCon, and I'll always come to GrowthCon.
10X means a lot to me. 10X, like I told you, is just the beginning. 10 times more power to help those that need it the most. 10 times more power to motivate and inspire those out there. Give him a 10X!
With other people witnessing what's happening with us,
is like chains are being broken from families everywhere.
I'm going to tell you, 10X, it was a lifesaver, a life changer for me. And just because of what it's done for my family and what it's done for me.
And this is where people get stuck, and that's why we do the 10X Growth Conference, to get you out of comfort, to get you out of comparing yourself to somebody in Pakistan that has nothing.
We want to make this a big event for you. Our goal is to change your lives.
Welcome to your 10X Growth Conference.
Which napkin will become the next exit? Which MVP will evolve into a unicorn? Which cash-flowing tech company will reach the next level? Our hope and desire is that it's yours. Your idea, your MVP, your cash-flowing tech company. Now is your time. Head over to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea so that you get on the tank and give us the chance to transform your napkin into an exit. That's 10xincubator.com. That's 10xincubator.com. Let's go.